Hello again and welcome to Cup of Joe. As always, I'm your host, Jason McNeil, and today we're going to discuss the Liberals and why they fell. All right, now you may be aware the Liberals had a huge fall from grace in Ontario recently, kind of similar to what happened with Ignatieff at the federal level recently, but maybe even worse. They've lost official party status. They only got 7 seats, they needed 8 to maintain party status. So I guess the question is, why did they fall? And have they learned anything from it? So I'll say, okay, the first and foremost reason, they were in charge for 15 years. So already there's going to be a substantial amount of people that are just fed up with them to begin with, right? That's a given. You've had power and people get tired of it. Second thing is, obviously, they were plagued with scandals. From Dalton McGuinty to Kathleen Wynne, both of them dealt with a substantial amount of waste scandals and, like lying scandals and things like we promised and then turned it into a stretch goal and things like we're not going to impose contracts and we impose contracts. Kathleen Wynne, in the end, was actually sued by teachers for trampling on their rights. So there's a lot of reasons there why they fell. But the truth of it is, like when you get right down to it, the truth is, liberalism is a new religion, and they're not gonna come out and say it. But here's the facts, okay? I used to go to church, and church would tell me, this is what your value system should be. This is how you should think morally. This is what you should accept. This is what you should not accept. This is, what's good. And I can leave church, which I did. I stopped going to church, and I decided these things for myself. The Liberal Party of Ontario has been doing that consistently for the last decade, but in government. I can't not obey the laws. Right? And people kind of got a little sick of it. This constant grandstanding and this constant flouting of what you believe to be moral authority. It's embarrassing and it's demeaning, and people, I think, were just fed up with it. We don't want your morals shoved down our throats. Now, on the same note, we also don't want to shove our morals down your throat. Right? Ideally, we'd like human-to-human interactions to be able to occur and us to be able to communicate without having to go to mom or dad government to get our problems worked out between each other. Right? So that's another reason why people just got really, really fed up. Then we move on to, coming down to stretch the campaign. This was the most negative campaign I've ever seen in my life. And look, I thought that the Liberal campaign against Tim Hudak was 100% negative. People told me, no, that was Hudak's fault. He said he was going to fire people. Fine. I didn't hear anything positive come out of the Liberals' mouths. I heard he's going to close hospitals, he's going to murder babies, he's going to do all this type of stuff. You should be very scared. That's what I heard from them, and they won. In this instance, same deal. And it even got to the point, and this is, it would be funny if it wasn't my reality. The party that forms government, the Liberals, or formed government at the time, the leaders said, we understand we're not going to win, and we get that you don't like us and you don't want our agenda to be forced on you anymore, but we think you're afraid of these people. Now, first of all, that statement in and of itself is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. I think you're afraid of these people. No, are you afraid of these people is what you should ask me what I'm afraid of. Don't tell me what I'm afraid of, which again is the problem. You're trying to shove your beliefs down my throat. So you stand up and you say, okay, we understand that you don't like us and we get that. From Ontario to you, we don't care if you get it. It is what it is. But fine, you get it. And then, it's this whole, like, I'm the Christ figure. I did difficult things and made difficult decisions so that you could have this future that, no. You were horrible, you were bad, we didn't like it, we were uncomfortable, we think you were a terrible premier, we don't like the direction you're taking the province, and we don't want you here. Not, oh, I did tough things and I did what they're all right. What I did was right. You ever notice she always says that? We're doing it because it's the right thing to do. Don't tell me what the right thing to do is. I'll tell you if I think you're doing the right thing. Right? So anyway, what we got to was, we understand that we're no good and no one's going to vote for us and you don't like us, but you need us to keep those other parties in check. How negative is that? Nobody's acceptable. You don't accept us, but we don't accept these people. This is your campaign? Yeah, that's why you don't have an official party status anymore. That's why you fell from grace. That's why you lost. It's arrogance. And based on Kathleen Wynne's run up to the election, she hasn't learned a damn thing. She is stepping down, so maybe the other 6 Liberals that are left in Queen's Park, maybe they have learned something. Maybe they make a shift. I hope so. That's how I feel about it. I'd love to know what you guys think about Kathleen Wynne, about the Liberals, about the election in general. Hit me up on the website. It's www.cupofjoecanada.com. Follow us on Instagram. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button. That's what they say, right? Smash the subscribe button. and hit like if you like the video. And you can always get us on Twitter. It's Couple of Joe Canada.